The scene opens with some deadly criminals in their cells, serving sentences for their deeds. The movie is set in the time after Superman's demise. With his loss, the world has changed. Amanda Waller, an intelligence officer, suggests the idea of assembling a deadly team of metahuman supervillains to fight crime. She then introduces the team, which consists of Floyd Lawton, most commonly known as Deadshot, a deadly assassin. She tells the others that he was not easy to capture, but his 11-year-old daughter was used as leverage, and Batman captured him for them. The next member is Harley Quinn. She was a psychiatrist at the Arkham Asylum, and there she fell in love with the Joker. They both became the king and queen of Gotham City, but Batman got her too. The others are Digger Harkness, a Captain Boomerang, a lunatic robber, El Diablo, a pyrokinetic with the ability to handle fire, Killer Croc, a man born with reptile traits and famous for his cannibalism, and last but definitely not least, is a witch, the Enchantress. Archaeologist Dr. June Moon wandered into a wrong cave, and the Enchantress possessed her. The others don't like Amanda's idea of handing over the nation's security to criminals, but she says that making people act against their will for the national security is her job. She then tells them about Colonel Rick Flag, who fell in love with Dr. June, and now will do anything she tells him. And the formation of this team is the only hope for protecting the country from flying men and monsters. Later, Amanda, along with Flag, goes to get the criminals, and after meeting them, Flag gets angry and says that he does not want to work with them. But she quiets him down, ordering that he will do whatever she says. At the same time, in some other corner of Earth, a very sad Joker is told about Harley Quinn's location. The man tells him that she is not alone, other criminals have also been held captive. He gets excited and tells his men to get ready. Later that night, June accidentally summons Enchantress in her sleep, leaves and goes to Amanda's place. There she finds her brother and sets him free. He asks about their whereabouts, and she tells him that it is the same world, just many years later. She then tells him that she will build a machine to destroy humans. When Enchantress leaves June's body, June makes Flag promise that if he has to choose, he will stop Enchantress, even if it ends her. He promises reluctantly. Enchantress's brother goes to a subway station and wreaks havoc there. Amanda Waller's Task Force X is ordered to be activated. They are taken out of their cells, injected and transported. In all this, Harley is secretly handed a phone, informing her that Joker will save her. At the station, June summons Enchantress to stop the havoc, but she bolts away. Amanda stabs her heart, but her brother gives her his power and they start building the machine. At the Midway City airport, all the task force members, along with Slipknot, the man who can climb anything, arrive, and are met by Rick Flag. He tells them that they have been injected with a nanite explosive, and if they disobey him, they will blow up. Amanda tells them all on FaceTime that they need to get to the city and rescue HVT-1, and on completing the mission, they will get time off their prison sentence. In the plane, the task force is joined by Katana. A master of the sword, she can murder anyone with just one swipe of the blade. Flag tells them all that she is here for him and has his back. During the flight, Harley receives a message from the Joker saying that he is coming for her. She looks into her phone and smiles. Their aircraft gets hit and falls to the ground, and they all evacuate immediately, with Amanda monitoring them all the time. Boomerang says to Slipknot that all this bomb in the next story is a joke, just mind games to keep them on track. He says that he will leave this place and asks if he is with him or not. Slipknot nods in response. When they try to escape, Flag clicks a button, and the bomb in Slipknot's neck detonates. The task force, along with the armed forces, keep moving toward their target. Deadshot comments that he is going to shoot Flag, and Harley asks him to do it fast, because if he doesn't, then Flag will end them all. Deadshot says that he will be needing some help from her friend, Joker, and she smiles. They all come to a stop at a point, seeing some weird-looking creatures in front of them. The creatures attack them, and they fight back, firing at them, beating and slicing them. The creatures get hold of Flag and start to drag him away. Harley sees the scene and grins, but Deadshot reminds her that if he loses his life, they all do. Even though she is annoyed with the response, she goes and beats the crap out of the creatures, saving Flag. After the fight, Boomerang goes to Diablo and taunts him for not helping out in the fight. He replies that it is better this way. Deadshot questions Flag about the creatures, because they were told that they are up against not some weird alien things. He replies that he has no idea what these things are. They used to be human, but are not anymore. They get moving again, and Flag asks Amanda if she has any visual of the Bravo team, but her response is negative, stating that they lost contact during the fight. The Bravo team is captured and taken to the Enchantress, and she converts them into weird alien soldiers of her army. Flag shows him the building and says that the people they need to rescue are on top of that building, hiding in a vault. They need to rescue them and get them safely to the extraction helicopters. Deadshot asks who is in the building, but Flag snaps that it is none of his concern. They enter the building, and Flag asks Amanda to get the chopper ready. The building looks completely empty, but they still tread slowly, except for Harley, who gets in a lift for the top of the building. In the lift, she sees Joker's message to be ready, and smiles sheepishly. But her happiness is interrupted by the creature attacking her. But, being who she is, she blows off its head with her gun. She smiles at her success. When the elevator door opens, all the members are there, ready to attack any creature inside, but are greeted by a smiling Harley instead. She gets out of the elevator, leaving them stunned. They all move forward, and are suddenly attacked. The creatures try to take Flag again, but Deadshot orders the others to surround him. Flag asks them to let him fight, but Deadshot responds by saying that if he is taken, they are all doomed. They all fight, but Diablo just stands there, watching. Deadshot shouts at him for not doing anything, and makes him angry. In a fit of fury, Diablo burns up all the alien creatures around them, and Harley watches him with awe. While walking up the stairs, Harley looks down, and the memory of when Joker made her jump in acid to prove her love comes to her mind. She snaps out of the memory, and very politely asks Deadshot if he has ever been in love. He shakes his head in response. They reach the secret vault, and Flag goes inside to rescue the person. Turns out the person in need of rescue is none other than Amanda Waller. She asks Flag how June is turning an average person into a soldier who can take a headshot and still fight. He, with eyes cast downwards, takes the blame. She shoots all the other FBI agents in the vault and leaves. Harley, along with the other task force members, are shocked to see that they put their lives at risk just to rescue Amanda. Boomerang suggests ending Flag and Amanda both, and going back home. But Amanda threatens to end his life, even after all the way he came. With pure hatred and anger on their faces, they let Amanda go. They all get to the rooftop and see an aircraft hovering above them. They try to communicate but get no response. Turns out, it has been hijacked by Joker. He disarms Harley's neck bomb, and she gets on the plane. Amanda orders Deadshot to shoot Harley, but he won't. She makes a deal with him, his freedom in return for Harley's demise. He shoots, but misses. The man who never misses a shot tells Amanda that he missed. A very angry and annoyed Amanda orders them to blow up the hijacked plane. The plane gets hit, Joker and Harley decides to jump off it, but she slips and falls down on a building's roof, and the plane crashes with Joker still inside. Seeing the plane crash, Harley cries for the loss of her love. Seeing the scene unfold, Boomerang says to Deadshot that he still wasn't able to save Harley, and he just looks at him with hurt in his eyes. Another helicopter arrives, and Amanda gets in. Before leaving, she orders Flag to stand by, and that she will send another helicopter soon. The helicopter takes off, but soon after is attacked by Enchantress's brother, and Amanda gets captured. Flag gets the information that Amanda is down, and goes to get her. Deadshot refuses to go with him, saying that their deal is over, but Flag reminds him that without Waller, they get nothing. Harley sits on top of a vehicle and wallows in sadness. She is hurt and cries, but seeing the others coming out of the building, smiles and says that she is back. Deadshot helps her down, and Boomerang returns her baseball bat. Enchantress gets her heart back from Amanda and gets powerful. She says that now, with her heart back, she can finish her weapon and destroy everyone. Flag, along with the others, gets to the remains of the helicopter and finds it empty. Deadshot shouts at Flag, asking him whether they are going to the swirling ring of trash in the sky, clearly referring to the machine Enchantress is building. He is clearly pissed, and asks when all this will end. Flag just stares at him, and asks him to load up for the fight. Not really wanting to, but since they have no other option, he agrees. While going through the remains of the chopper for some sort of weapon, Deadshot finds a top-secret file. Enraged, he throws the file at Flag, and shouts at him to explain everything. Having no choice, he tells them how Enchantress escaped them. After listening to this story, the others go for a drink. Flag calls them, saying that he needs their help, but Deadshot replies that he needs a miracle, not their help. At the bar, Deadshot says that they were never chosen to succeed, but to fail. And later they will be used as cover-ups, because the government can't let the truth out. Harley asks him what his deal with Flag was, and he replies that he was given a chance to be a father, and he trusted Flag. Diablo snaps at this, and says that Deadshot was being played by Flag. Deadshot replies that he had hoped for a moment. Diablo then tells them all that how he accidentally murdered his, making all of them teary-eyed. Harley gets angry and tells Diablo to own what he did, because people like them don't get to live normally. Boomerang shouts at her, saying that she is pretty from the outside, but ugly inside. Flag enters the bar, all teary-eyed, and says that the only woman he ever cared about is trapped inside a monster. He breaks their explosive controller, and tells them that they are free to go. He gives Deadshot all the letters from his daughter they held back, and gets up to leave. But Deadshot stops him, and with fire in his eyes, says that he will take him there. But this time the world should know what they did. His daughter should know that her father is not bad. They all get up and gear up for the fight. They then reach where Enchantress is and hide among the shadows, but she senses them and says that she is their ally, not Amanda. She gets into their heads and starts showing them visuals of the happy life that they could have. They all get trapped in that delusion, except Diablo. He tells them all that it is not real, and the Enchantress is playing games with. They all snap out of it and go to face her, and the fight begins. Her brother attacks them, but Diablo gets angry and changes into his original blazing form. He pushes her brother to the corner, where the bomb is planted, but he himself can't get out on time and loses his life. Deadshot tells Enchantress that she is next, but she replies that her spell is complete, and now she will rule the world. She activates her machine and starts destroying satellites and secret facilities. Flag tells them all that they need to cut her heart out to stop her. They start fighting the Enchantress, and after a while, she gets their weapons out of their hands and tells them that they all have earned her mercy. She offers them to join her or perish. At her offer, Harley goes towards her, leaving everyone shocked at her betrayal. When she reaches the Enchantress, she gets down on one knee and says that she likes her offer, but Enchantress messed with her friends. With Katana's sword, she cuts her open and takes out her heart. Croc throws a bomb at the machine, and Deadshot takes out his gun to blow it off. But suddenly he sees his daughter, begging him not to shoot. Pushing the visual out, he screams and presses the trigger, destroying the machine. Flag goes to Enchantress and tells her to bring June back, or else he will smash her heart. She replies that June is never coming back. With pain and tears in his eyes, he smashes the heart, ending Enchantress. He gets up to leave, but from Enchantress's remains, June gets up. When they all get ready to leave, Amanda comes out with the controller for their nanite explosives. Deadshot sees her, grits his teeth, and questions how come she is not already gone. After the fight, the alive and remaining members of the task force are back in their cells, left to deal with the consequences. Deadshot gets to meet his daughter, Harley gets an espresso machine, and Croc gets a TV. But later, Joker comes back and rescues Harley out of her cell. The movie ends with Amanda giving some top-secret information to Batman, in return for him protecting her.